Oh, hello. I made the dumb mistake of trying several things. My setup before starting stream, so might be super short. Can't even talk. Yep. We'll see. Not completely set how I want to do this. Been messing around with. Last time I did say I would stick with doing a lot more painting-ish. So I found my old gouache. Gouache? One of those words that I read a lot but actually never tried saying myself. Gouache brush. That's the brush I used to use all the time. Right? If your Windows doing the thing where it glitches. You know, it's not glitching, I think. So, okay, good. Sometimes appropriate does this thing where like my preview window moves with my brush head. Yes. I don't know what I'm saying. So I've been also testing out using a pencil. I don't know if I should make this like its own like line art layout or. Oh, hello, Nichi. It has been a while. It's been so long I had to brain stutter a bit. Hope you've been doing well. I believe since tomorrow you have classes, so I was streaming early so I came by to say hello. Thank you for dropping by. No worries, classes are important. If you need a dip, go for it. But thank you for dropping by. Yeah, sorry, I stream pretty late, especially if you're not especially if you're like in the European time zone area thing. Time zones. Yeah. Something I need to do at my normal stream time, so streaming early today. So glad you were able to drop by. I think I've also been streaming later than normal because my days have been busier. A while. Been getting up at weird hours as well, so I stream around 6 a.m. over here. You can obviously say yeah, relatable. If I'm awake at 6 a.m., it's not because I woke up then. It's because I stayed up until then. Yeah, definitely don't watch if it's at a bad time. But sometimes I'll stream early. Usually if I have like things to do, I just don't stream. But I'm trying to keep some semblance of a schedule. I'm streaming pretty late though. Well, had some major lifestyle changes, so Schedule's a bit awry. He's gonna sleep. Happy to see you back. Hope you catch up on the stream. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I would say I'll try to stream early, but I don't. This is honestly kind of an awkward time for me. I just made an exception today because I have other things to do. Bye bye, yeah, bye bye. Thank you for dropping by. Every time I drop Lionel, I'm like, brain gone. I'm gonna do Lionel and it's gonna look just as bad as the last time. And I'm gonna tell myself it's improvement. It's more stylized at least. I'm not able to change the background color for the stream. I just took a peek and it's kind of dark. I used purple before, but I added the Spotify tracking thing and then the colors kind of clashed a bit, even though it's like dark and then purple. We'll see. Just wait for someone to come by and be like, your setup looks like shit, and they'll be like, oh, okay, then I'll change it. Normally that person is myself, but I don't normally look at my stream setup. I don't know. Today I looked at it and I was like, oh god. I will like not trust your sketch. I feel like I want to trust my sketch, but like there's a part of me that's like I want to fix my sketch. I just deviate from it and I'm like, why is this so hard? Almost as if the sketch is should use. I will say I can feel myself getting pulled back into the extra brush land. Had my brief foray into nice, smooth, pretty. Really hard for me. Really cool. Extra brush, you also get like really highlights, but texture, yes. The textured brush, you get texture. How does this look off? Does everything go? Add some switches. Diet, mostly straight? Question mark. What's the sketch? Even though it's questionable looking. Once again, I reached the dilemma of how to draw a nose. The anime triangle. I honestly don't get the anime triangle. I tried to study how other people did it, but it just didn't make sense to me. Maybe let me do. We're gonna cut the novel off using the white. Or just make it better by using a little opacity. Dude, this doesn't make sense. I literally just don't get the triangle. You know what? We're doing it. Doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna do it. That doesn't make sense. I repeat. I'm really going. See, I told myself this would be like more painterly, and then I decided to go for full anime. Lack of lips. Nose. Please, let me select the line on layer. How to draw lips. Yes. Like a manhwa. Manhwa. There we go. Remembering vowel sounds. Good. Looking good, Joker. Sometimes I consider playing Persona on stream, but like I'm in New Game Plus, so I'm like speedrun. Probably not that interesting to watch. I'm like normally drawing on the side. I don't know why I like Persona so much. Like I'm not like a tone-based game. It's like the tone-based gameplay. I feel like I've said this before. My least favorite part from Mori. It's a shame because Mori was otherwise like really enjoyable. I definitely got like really tired of like fighting things. Like, when I was younger, I somehow got through Pokemon. Granted, I was playing alongside with like my siblings, so it's, I guess maybe less grindy feeling because it wasn't just me playing. And, okay, I think I won't mind the hair because every time I try to do fine art for hair, it's like biggest mistake. I'll try to like vaguely find anything else. Always looking kind of like a by shonen dude. The model reference I'm using more feminine looking than what I'm drawing, but you know what? It's okay. Women can have strong jaw lines as well. Maybe I wonder if there's a good way to study like necks, because I think necks are something else I have trouble with. I always draw them either like too thin or like too thick. Well, I shouldn't say too thin or too thick. I mean, there are definitely people with thinner necks and thicker necks, but like if I draw like this, that looks weird. It's like not a proper neck. Or maybe like not cylindrical. Like something's wrong. Imbalanced neck. Don't say wrong. I feel like there's someone out there. Wild neck shape. Haven't met them yet. I've not understood the art of pretty boy anime necks. There we go. A lot of webtoons have super thick, big necks, which okay. I personally don't like them. I like everything delicate. I mean, to a reason. If the character isn't meant to be delicate, then sure. But always makes me laugh when you have this like super like shoujo sparkly eyes and then they're built very, very well, very strong. And I'm like, dang, if only I could be sparkly eyed and buff as hell. Instead I'm just dull-eyed and scrawny. Live in society. Okay. Oh, hello, Hana. That's another person I haven't seen in a while. How are you? Yeah, it's been a while. Hope you've been doing well. Maybe I should stream earlier. Get all the regulars back. Life's been a bit hectic, so normally can't stream this early, but glad to still see you. Since I didn't see you in a bit, oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, so I went like off of vacation for a while, and then didn't feel like streaming for a bit, and then some lifestyle changes, and so yeah, been a bit here or there. If I dip in the future, don't worry. I just streaming's not really suitable task for me, so sometimes it's like really hard for me to like run on stream. But oh, I'm doing fine, fine as I can be in this wild world we live in. Yeah, occasionally, very much a night owl. Yeah, I currently don't have a normal job anymore, so my sleep schedule has been very chaotic, to say the least. But I try to keep consistent by like meeting up with people and stuff like that. But I've definitely not been super good about that. Okay, okay, yeah. Happy to see you also drop by. Yeah. Been a weird few months. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. World's in a weird place right now. I feel pretty okay for the most part, but sometimes I stop and think, I'm like, life has not turned out the way I expected. Not a bad thing. The study, yeah. Trying to. Well, I already did this last time. I'm just trying to see what I struggle with. I'm trying out different like rendering techniques, I guess. I'm just using the same sketch and drawing over it differently. See how it goes. I've learned that I still cannot draw line art for Hale. Just like I don't know what happened here. So just gonna ignore that mishap. New styles, yeah, something like that. Spice things up, try out different brushes, sort of thing. Because I feel like for the past few things I've drawn, I've basically done like the same, like, not the word process, the same process. Not that there's anything wrong, but I like changing things up, so here I am changing things up. These line art anyway, yeah. Me. Every like once in a while, I'm like, maybe this is the day I learn how to line art, and then I try it, and I'm like, it's not the day. But that's okay. It's good to try for myself. And also trying to get rid of them. I mean, if you're good at it, then why not go for it? I admire good line art, but I admire from afar. I think having some ability to do line art is like important, because like, you can't not have line art. At least in online digital art, I think, because other things don't show up that clearly. I think there's probably some one more reason, good reason, but like things don't look as good without lines. I've noticed in digital rather than like traditional. Not sure if that's like an actual phenomenon or I'm just like imagining things. But, like when I like sketch my IRL sketchbook, non-digital sketchbook, I noticed I can get away with just using colored pencils and no like inking or anything. It doesn't look as bad. Sometimes if I don't like line one edge in like a digital drawing, I'm like, oh my god, it's so gross. This neck looks natural. But I should shade this whole part. For the Painterly style, so I know how to do line art after a few layers. Go to me. There was something I watched once. A guy was saying how, oh yeah, no one gets line art right on the first try. You just, keep like going over it. And I tried that. And I was like, each time it gets worse. I don't think this is right. So I think that still counts even after a few layers. Yeah. I don't know if I prefer Painterly or line art, but I can't line art, so here we are. Sometimes you don't get a choice. I think the best thing is to be able to do both. So like some situations call for one thing, call for another. Oh, I do eyes last. Trashy sketches and trying to clean them layer after layer till I get line art. I mean that's the closest I can get to line art. So no shame in that. My normal process before purposely trying to change it up in this study is sketch, then duplicate the sketch, erase some parts, boom, line art. I don't even do that many layers, I only do one layer because I'm like lazy. Then I move on. And there are also some things like I can't line art for, like I mentioned before, I can't do hair. Like hair, no matter how much I like erase and redraw, it just terrible. So I just don't do line art for hair. Maybe one day I'll be able to, but today is not today. You want me to blend colors? Amazing how much colors you can blend to get a cool looking skin tone? Yeah. Colors are fun. I'm not great at them, but they're definitely fun. Skin tone's definitely one of the hardest things to color though. Just for me. I feel like it's like one of those optical illusions. Like you look at skin tone, you're like, oh, it's just warm tone, and then you actually like shade it, and you're like, it actually has some elements of blue or something. Learned a lot more about colors. Oh, Talkies, how you doing? Movement happens slowly, but happens, yeah. I like to tell myself I'm improving. Even if it's hard to see sometimes. I just look back at really old art and I'm like, okay, at least I'm better than this. Now, the final challenge. Ew. Not the final challenge, I just... Sometimes I forget I'm all on one layer, so I gotta be careful with my coloring. Every day I wish people were bald so I don't have to draw hair. Hair, the great struggle. You're improving? My lines look cleaner. Thank you, thank you. Oops, I'm using a textured brush. Any sketchiness looks a little more natural. Which feels like more concrete ways to measure improvement. One thing I kind of miss going from more STEM background, like numerical measure, like you used to be a 2 in minor, now you are a 3. Good job. That is more like I think my lines are clean. Made the anime nose, yeah. I hate the anime nose, but I'm like trying to figure it out. I prefer my noses like lined like this, but if I do simple shading, it doesn't work as well. So yeah, I'm trying it. I honestly don't get the anime nose. You can see my sketch. For the sketch, I still draw the full nose. So I'm just trying to figure out where the anime nose comes from. I've like looked at other people's and I'm just like, I don't get where the anime nose comes from. But one day I'll figure it out. Because I'm all for simplification, so every time I see anime nose, I'm like, if only I could draw a nose that's simple and be happy with it. I'm trying to figure it out. Only I would just draw it along the what's it? Filter? The thing above the filter. Yes. It's been going okay. Added the light triangle. See how that goes? I don't know, I don't fully believe in it yet, but I gotta try it a few times, maybe I'll get used to it. Be fine with it. Over the realistic or try the realistic-ish? Yeah. Like, I always have to start with the realistic, even if I try to do the anime-esque one. This is like same reason I need to draw like the whole like head and proportions and everything. If I don't do it, I like don't know things work. I normally use this brush for here actually. Yeah. Quite shadowy. I find that the anime nose is easier for me for like female faces. I don't know why. I think it's the bigger eyes make it easier. Really hard for me to sketch or draw a nose. They are weird. I always sketch noses like with the triangle and then wherever they go. Or like this if it's downwards. Aiming them is somewhat easier out of keyword. I can see that. I can see that. I think it's somewhat similar to hair. But it's like the lines aren't that strong. So aiming them a little easier. They're more like sculpting. Sculptable? I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I think some shapes are more sculptable and others are more like line artable. And depending on your comfort with shapes versus lines. Kind of a sliding scale of what you consider sculptable versus lineable, but it shows an bridge in between. Yeah. I try not to think about noses too much, like they're very confusing. They have more and more structure that I care to implement. But like if you put it the wrong way, it looks so terrifyingly bad. Sometimes I like tell myself maybe I should pick up sculpting because thinking about drawing and sculpting is easier for me. Like carving out things rather than laying things out as like directly. Nose and hands are bitter rivals, annoying and confusing me. That's a mood. I feel like some days I can draw hands, and some days I can't. Of course, it also depends on the ink and all. But one day, gotta learn how to draw hands so I can beat the AI allegations. Promise I'm not a bot. Can't draw hands. I don't know if there's a. I think I find everything hard to draw. I'm just like thinking what I normally spend time on. Maybe hair as well. Everything's hard. It's more like a hair strand and more like. I don't know what these are called. Sidebone. It's more like a sidebone. What? Trying to figure out how this hair looks. What's oil pipe? For hair vents. Maybe all these hair vents. arbitrarily drawn a line till it looks like hail. Woo! This is wild. This is wild. All to draw hair lines that look natural. Oh my god. We'll just have a widow's peak. What's wild? Hair is wild. I forgot exactly what I was saying, but probably something related to hair. I never know how to draw hair lines. Ah, yes. Here's one of the things I struggle with. Even like really straight hair. Don't get me started on curly hair. Just leave the hair like this. Balding. And the hair's gone too far. The hairbends are just a way to like do texture. I still have an equally struggling companion. No problem. If you ever want to feel like your struggles are heard, share with someone, always feel free to drop by. I struggle at everything. So you're struggling though? No worries, no worries. Struggling is a part of life. Makeup, no makeup. Oh god. So I'm gonna decide what to do with the mouth here. I my lines aren't closed. No makeup, indeed. I think non-textured brush makes it look like She's wearing full makeup. That eyeliner. That lipstick. Meanwhile, the one on the right is just anime. Maybe I'll give her some color on her lip. One thing to do would be to put this on the layer behind, but you know I'm not a smart person, so I'm not doing that. Girl is full anime. But I'll get as well. Not sure if this was. Homie has messy as hair. I've seen her a while. I usually draw people with bangs, you're right. Then I can skip the hairline step. Life would be great. Like that memes, like society. If something, and it's like super high tech society if everyone had no hair or bangs. This probably has the most way out hairstyle out there for no reason. Here I'm drawing Zap Japanese, so bangs make sense too. Fair enough. Anyone can rock bangs. You believe enough. Hiding hands behind the back, inside pockets or inside gloves, yeah. No, I try to draw hands, even though I want to hide them. But, like, I don't know. Here you can't hide. Bangs is like just a different style, but you can't like hide hair, you know? It's a little different. I think. Kind of looks like hair, I guess. Try to draw hands and draw hairlines, but not always, yeah. Okay, some days you can take a break. Sometimes life is just too difficult for you to draw proper hands and hair. 53 minutes. That's no lips. Maybe I draw lips. Do I draw lips? I don't know. Maybe I do just to make things consistent. Do I airbrush and pretend that everything's fine? Well, I don't even have an airbrush. Did I remove it? I did. Freaking. I forgot what brush I normally used. Medium blend. Probably not an airbrushing fan. Open up with other anatomy or with lighting and stuff. You show a lot of time, yeah. Pick your battles. That's understandable. Don't be like me and be ambitious and try to do everything and just fail at everything. Pick a blending brush in there. I remove gouache, I don't want to use it. I hate Procreate's ordering system. Okay, we're gonna call this good, even though it's a little not. Try Critter. it free? On iPad at least. Consider trying like Clip Studio and stuff. But I don't know, I'm always like daunted by learning new softwares. If I use it free, maybe I'll consider it. Hopefully I was able to get for basically free because I had some like old gift cards, I guess, from like birthday presents or whatever. I only got to put into use. Oh, it's a bit slow. Yeah, you showed me one of... you did show me an elf drawing. One of... No, here, yeah, the arrogant face, yeah. I don't remember hair color too well, but yeah. Oh, the snobby style. On Critter? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Critter is one I've heard a lot about. I'm just lazy. You gotta learn softwares, you know? I'm like slowly figuring out brushes on Procreate. And then having to switch over someplace else is daunting. Yeah, I definitely cannot line hair. So much better if I don't line it. Right. We want to move on now? Oh yeah, sure, go for it. I'm about done. I'm gonna call it a day soon. Taking much to get used to some of it. You can also add brushes or make your own. If you can port like Procreate brushes to it, I'd be willing to try. Because me a lot of effort to like edit brushes to why I like them. I'm gonna shade the ears. Okay, if you can do that, yeah. I guess I can try and learn new settings, but it takes time. I'm slow. If I was a bit faster, I'd probably switch around more often. Like, there are a lot of things I'd want to try, but I haven't gotten the time to try things out. Still cringing a bit at the anime nose. I mean, I guess it's okay. But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the anime nose. Maybe if I keep drawing it, I'll get used to it. It'll be less painful to look at. I definitely need to use this brush for hair. Okay. Oh, virus, I'm about to end, oh no. Thank you for dropping by though. I need to go run off and do some errands in a few minutes, so I saw the stream at a bit earlier time than I normally do. Oh, okay. I see some links. They're back. Chrome. This is a different base style structure. Very cool. I like the eyes. And the fluffy, is it a coat? With the stars. Very cool. Very nice, Hana. So I'm admiring the bravery of doing facial hair. Every time I draw facial hair, it looks not like facial hair. Very cool. I like how the fur almost looks like flames. Very nice. See a lack of hands? I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Noticeable lack of hands. That looks good. A lot of detail. You know, I'm trying to like go away from details. It's really nice. And that he has a beard. I'm just gonna draw it but not fit. I mean, I think it's not bad. I can tell it's a beard. That's better than me. When I stick a beard on, it looks like it's like taped on. Like it doesn't fit or something. This is close enough. It's stubble, but it's not a full beard. But I could tell what it was meant to be. It was difficult. Like facial hair. Hey, he just shaved. Okay, it's okay. Just shaved. It's been a few days. It's okay. But really, it's good. Is it? Would you call it complete, or were there other things you're planning to add? Looks pretty complete to me. So. Well, sometimes I consider like practicing like less common, I guess, facial features, so like facial hair or like more slanted eyes, like triangle eyes, and lid styles, and brow styles. But it's like hard to find references for like different things. The stuff I want to add. That's good. Well, it looks like a lot of details. I'm intimidated, but good luck finishing the piece. Remember you said that you prefer like completing a full piece instead of like hopping around. It's admirable. I jump around a lot. So I never finish anything. Which looks clean now. Oh, thank you. I mean, I did try to be a little neater. I didn't blend as much. And normally, so this time I drew line art on top of the sketch. Normally I sketch and then erase. I think that also makes it look cleaner. Normally I don't draw this neatly. Because of it's a study, you know? Trying really hard. Oh, colors and shadows look better? Oh, thank you. New studies would pay off one day. Well, if you were the one who mentioned how shadows didn't have to be like just darker, you can like shift the colors a bit. That was really helpful advice. Usually they do. You're right. But, yeah. I told myself studies are useful because it's like the hardest thing for me to do. It's so tedious. This is why I didn't stream for a while. I just didn't want to do studies. But it helped me. One of the plus sides of streaming, even though it's like a little tiring for me. But yeah, unsolicited advice, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. Try to only take the good advice. I'm not. Still some things feel like are off. I feel like the shoulder is a bit weird. That's fine. My pieces sometimes are studies. Yeah, I told myself that like even though I'm not doing studies, at least I'm doing fan art. It totally counts, right? Haha. But I barely finish any of them. Oh, you know, like if you look at like museums with like the great masters, a lot of times they have a lot of like mini versions of their final artwork. And they call them studies. So you can call your in progress artwork studies as well, if they can call their mini versions studies. I don't know what I'm saying. No shame finishing, not finishing. I have so many unfinished pieces. End of stream, I start showing all my crappy art. Like, look how many of these are unfinished. Let me count. see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, unfinished. Let me see. This is 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40. 27 out of 40 are not finished. Well, this one? This is the best. This is like a repainting of a similar drawing I did a while ago. This is the coolest I can look like. Even here, like, I got lazy. Notice the necklace is not fully drawn in, but it's fine. Oh, cute. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I think it's cute too. I like short hair. Makes me happy. Not enough short hair people are in the world. The redrawing of all the one. This one. I got better at drawing hair. And you see the improvement? Still can't do backgrounds though. I'll work on that sometime. I just feel so like zoned out when I do backgrounds. I think I just am not cut out for background. And color eyes, it looks so good. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think in general my drawings have become a lot more saturated. I think when I started out, I went towards desaturated because it's like easier to match colors. But I definitely prefer saturated colors. They're just harder to get matching, I guess. But yep. But one unless you try, so. Very fluffy my flow, yeah. It's true, yeah. The learning process. I'm slowly learning how to make fluffier hair. I wish I could just draw blocks, but sadly hair doesn't look fluffy if I do that. I like fluffy hairs. I don't learn how to do strings. And also, I saw some people call it like the imaginary fan. You gotta turn on the imaginary fan, you know? Like how models usually have like a fan blowing the hair. My art piece also has a fan off the screen. Why is tons better? Yeah. It has improved. It took a while, but it's improved. Yeah. Sometimes I look at my really old art and I'm like, yeah, it's better. Like, I was like reorganizing my art. This is how I used to draw. See, this is no liner. Look at that. This is like 2021. More than a year. Whatever. But you feel happy about it? Yeah, I do feel happy about it. I look at my old work and I'm like, God, this is awful, and I feel better. Nothing like ripping on yourself to feel better about yourself. There's still times when I feel not as happy about my art. Because, you know, sometimes I try to draw something and it doesn't turn out the way I want it to. That's always disappointing, but for myself, there are things I can draw now that I used to not be able to draw, so eventually I'll become an avatar master of all elements. Currently, I'm only learning one. Anyways. I don't know. I'm a bit at a weird point right now where I'm not sure where I want my art to go, so I'm just trying different rendering techniques just to see But anyways, I need to head off and do my errands. But thank you for dropping by. I wish you luck on finishing your piece. If you don't finish, that's fine too. No shame. I mean, shows progress you're learning, getting better, and satisfying how far you got. Yeah. It is satisfying, but you know, it's not something I look at often, so it's easy to forget. But thank you for saying that. Thank you for streaming? Oh, no problem. Thank you for watching. I'll see you whenever. Bye bye.